One of these Z Fold 8 Ultra cases passed every drop test, but completely failed the pocket test.
Stick around to see exactly where it ranked. We're not just ranking by drop protection here. We're looking at the total daily experience with your Z Fold 8 Ultra. We're ranking by which cases actually survive daily use. With your screen protector, your pocket, and your MagSafe accessories intact.
So, let's dive into the rankings, starting with the one case you should definitely think twice about.
7. BENKS ArmorGrid Air Grand Combo. The BENKS ArmorGrid Air Grand Combo is a 3-piece kit, a genuine Kevlar magnetic back case with a full coverage hinge cover, a matching Kevlar front frame, and BENKS' own Glass Warrior HD screen protector, sold together so nothing is mismatched. That solves a real problem. Because the glass and the case are engineered as one system, you avoid the inner lip conflict that ruins so many screen protectors on foldables, where the case edge pushes up the glass and starts a corner bubble. The case is genuinely light, 1.35 millimeters thick and 35 grams for the back case and frame combined, so it barely changes how the Fold 8 Ultra feels in hand. The woven Kevlar surface adds real scratch resistance, and BENKS ties it to a named, real material used in aerospace and body armor, rather than vague hype. Here's the catch. It works with circular magnetic accessories, chargers, grips, stands, but some wallets or rectangular accessories may not seat properly because of the camera housing shape. There's also no published magnet holding force figure, so if strong magnetic grip is your priority, you won't find a hard number here. Verdict? This is the pick for someone who wants a matched, no guesswork protection kit, case, frame, and screen protector all designed for each other, without paying for rugged bulk. Best for buyers who want screen protector compatibility solved on day one. This next case goes the opposite direction. Instead of a matched kit, it strips everything down to almost nothing, and that trade-off shows up fast. 6. Pitaka Caseless. Feeling Aramid case. Pitaka built this case around one idea: make you forget it's there. At 0.04 inches thick and 0.81 ounces, it's the thinnest, lightest case on this list by a wide margin, made from woven Aramid fiber, the same material family as Kevlar, finished with a silky, fingerprint-resistant texture. For pocket friction, this is about as good as it gets. The smooth Aramid weave slides into a tight pocket without catching on lining the way silicone grips do. MagSafe compatibility comes from Pitaka's embedded amber magnetic film, built to work with its Mag-EZ grip and Car Mount Pro 2 accessories, though Pitaka doesn't publish a gram or newton figure, so any strong hold claim is qualitative here, not measured. The honest catch is in the name. This is a caseless feeling case, so it's not marketed with the full coverage hinge cover every other product in this list has. Pitaka's own description focuses on precision cutouts and raised camera edges, isolated edges that help with table wobble, but there's no dedicated hinge shield, so this is a style and feel case first and a protection case second. Verdict: this is for the minimalist who's already careful with their phone and just wants the Fold 8 Ultra to still feel like a Fold 8 Ultra. It's not for anyone who wants hinge-specific drop protection. Best for slim, low-bulk, everyday carry. If you actually want structure back, a stand, real hinge coverage, and a material that ages better than plastic, the next case swaps Aramid for leather. 5. TORRAS Q3 VegSkin. The Q3 VegSkin is TORRAS's leather look pick, built from what the brand calls organic silicone leather, rather than genuine hide, a Napa-style texture designed to resist stains, color transfer, and the peeling cheap PU leather is known for. It ships with a 360-degree spin magnetic stand on an aluminum base, full hinge protection, and 2 screen protectors included in the box. TORRAS is designing the case lip and the included glass together, rather than leaving you to source a third-party protector and hope it clears the bezel. On grip versus pocket friction, the leather splits the difference well. Grippier in hand than bare plastic, but the smooth texture doesn't catch on denim the way raw silicone does. The catch is about the stand. TORRAS says it's tested for long-term folding use and sits flush when closed, but there's no independently published cycle count, so treat that as a brand claim, not a verified number. Worth noting, TORRAS also sells a near-identical Q3 Spin under a related name with a different stand mechanism. Double-check you're linking VegSkin, not the Spin. Verdict? This is the case for someone who wants a stand and real hinge protection, but doesn't want the case to look or feel like armor. Best for desk use, video calls, and buyers who want their case to look more like a wallet than a shield. Speaking of stands versus straight protection, the next two entries come from the same brand, Spigen, and they split that exact difference. 4. Spigen Optik Armor Pro MagFit. Spigen's Optik Armor Pro is built around camera protection specifically. A raised lens housing designed to take the impact when the Fold 8 Ultra lands camera down, one of the most common ways foldable camera bumps crack. It's Qi2 certified, meaning wireless charging alignment is verified, rather than loosely compatible. And it shares Spigen's hinge cover system with the rest of the MagFit lineup, validated for over 100,000 folding cycles in Spigen's own testing. The honest catch: Spigen doesn't publish a separate magnet holding force number for this model, so if magnet strength decides it for you, there's no hard figure here. Camera protection is the headline feature. It's not the thinnest option, and there's no built-in stand. The port cutout fits factory USB-C cables fine, but we haven't run our own test with thicker third-party braided cables. Pass/fail. Verdict: this is the pick if your Fold 8 Ultra has already survived one too many camera down drops and you want that specific weak point reinforced. Best for buyers who prioritize camera protection over stand functionality. If camera protection isn't your priority and you'd rather see the phone through the case, Spigen's clear option handles a completely different failure point: yellowing. 3. Spigen Ultra Hybrid Pro MagFit. This is the clear case on the list, and clear cases have one job most of them fail: staying clear. Spigen addresses that with DuraClear technology, tested against UV exposure, staining, alcohol rubbing, and heat/humidity cycling, a specific name testing regimen, not just an anti-yellowing sticker. It uses Spigen's Seculink system, SUS420F heat-treated steel pins interlocking front and back panels, which the brand says prevents the separation clear hybrid cases typically develop over months of folding. It's Qi2 certified, with a TPU hinge shield and air cushion corners. The catch every clear case shares? Even tested anti-yellowing treatment is a claim about the future, not a guarantee, and Spigen doesn't publish exactly how many months or years the DuraClear testing represents. Expect it to still yellow eventually, just slower. Screen protector users should also check clearance before assuming zero lip conflict with third-party glass, since the bezel is designed around Spigen's own. Verdict: this is the best pick for anyone who wants to actually see their Fold 8 Ultra's finish instead of hiding it under a solid color. Best for buyers prioritizing a clear aesthetic that's built to resist yellowing rather than just claim it. Now here's where this list gets serious. The last two cases both claim military-grade drop protection, but only one of them backs that claim with a certification you can actually look up. 2. TORRAS Q3 Spin. The Q3 Spin is TORRAS's stand-focused rugged pick, built around a hard shell with X-Shock 3-layer cushioning and reinforced bumpers, plus a 360-degree ring stand that folds flat into the back. TORRAS states the ring sits firmly at the chosen angle without wobble, and the magnet array is rated at 18 newtons, a real specific number, ahead of competitors that only say strong hold. It includes 2 screen protectors, following the same matched kit logic as the VegSkin, and the hinge carries what TORRAS calls 4x military-grade protection. Here's the catch from our cold open. That 4x military-grade language is TORRAS's own branding, not tied to a name standard like MIL-STD-810H, so treat it as marketing, not certification. And the ring stand, great on a desk, is exactly the protruding hardware that catches on pocket lining and jacket seams, built to survive a drop, not a pocket. Verdict: strong drop-oriented hardware and a real magnet number, held back by an unverified military-grade label and a stand that fights your pocket. Best for desk-first users who rarely pocket the phone. And that brings us to the one case on this list that backs up its drop claim with an actual name certification instead of brand language. 1. SUPCASE UB Stand. The UB Stand is the only case in this lineup certified to a specific, independently defined standard, MIL-STD-810H-516.8, rather than a brand's own X times military-grade phrasing. And SUPCASE says it's drop tested from 15 feet to back that up. It covers the hinge fully with 4-corner airbag cushioning, and the built-in screen protector is rated at 95% or greater light transmittance, integrated directly into the front frame. So there's zero lip conflict risk since there's no third-party glass to push against. The magnet is an N52 ring rated at 1,500 grams of holding force. That's a gram figure, not newtons, so it isn't directly comparable to the Q3 Spin's 18 Newton rating without a unit conversion. Two real, separately measured numbers, not a head-to-head winner.
The honest catch? This is a dual-position kickstand case, so it's thicker and heavier than the Pitaka or BENKS picks, not the ultra-slim choice. The listing describes it as compatible only with the Z Fold 8 Ultra 2026. So double-check you're not linking the standard Fold 8 or Fold 8 wide version instead. Verdict: this is the most complete package on the list. Name certification, integrated screen protector with zero lip conflict, a real magnet spec, and a functional stand. Best overall pick, and the one to buy if you only trust one number on this list. Trust the certification. So here's the breakdown by how you use your phone. Screen protector compatibility. BENKS or the UB Stand, both engineered around their own glass. Thinnest option, the Pitaka, no contest. Desk stand. The Q3 Spin or the UB Stand. Only one backs its drop claim with a certification you can verify. Clear aesthetic. The Spigen Ultra Hybrid Pro, with a real anti-yellowing test behind it.
All 7 links are below in the exact order you saw them here, worst to best. Drop a comment with which one you're going with, and I'll see you in the next one.